In this video, we're gonna talk about rendering and render settings in Cinema 4D. And you can see here, this is a particular effect called the depth of field, or when you can blur some objects and focus on some other. And also we will see how we can use HDRIs, images, to create a background for our simple rendering. For example, if you want to render just an object, you can not build all the scene around it, but you can just use a single image, and that's going to give you the background. It's going to give you the reflections and also the lightning. And it's also called, this technique is called image-based lighting. So let's begin. In this scene here, you can see I have placed 3 cameras, one for the exterior, one for the object, the single object, and one for the interior. I think that these are the 3 main categories of render that you can do. And also, if you go in the settings, you will see that you will have presets for these 3 types of situations. Now let's get started first with the exterior. So I'm gonna show you how you can create a camera. I'm gonna delete this one and create a new one with you. So first of all, I need to well, right now I am in this camera here, which is called interior render. So I need to get out of that camera. I can do that from here and switch to the default camera. And now I can move around. And I'm already using a HDRI, and I will show you how to do that in just a minute. But the first thing I want to do is to place my camera in a position that I like. So let's say that this is the point of view that I like. So I will go to create, go down, and there is my camera right there. Now you have 2 main cameras, which is the simple one, and the target camera. And then you have stereo camera if you want to do 3D, and motion camera or camera crane for more advanced effects, and for the well, if you want to add some more movements to the camera, you want to do animation. So let's create a standard camera. Okay, now you can see that if I just move around here, I will see the camera. Well, the reason why I don't see it here, but it's visible in the top view, is because I have deactivated the cameras from the view. So to reactivate it, you go to filter and activate cameras. Now I deactivate cameras in the perspective here because they tend to interfere with my view and my work. But you can see here, this is the camera that we have just created. Now the camera, it's similar to a spotlight. So it has a source, so a point of view, which is this one here. And it has a target, which is this one here, and also a field of view. Now you can see that I'm actually watching the camera from outside, but I can do the same things while inside. So I need to click on this kind of aim, and right now I am inside the camera that I just created. So let's call this exterior camera. Once I am in the camera, I can change the position also with the other views. So I can bring it up and down. I can select these yellow dots and I can open the view. Now this becomes too distorted, and this is a kind of telescopic. Now you also have all the settings right here, like super wide or telescopic and so on. Just figure out which one you like the most and which effect you want to give. And so we can change also some parameters here, or we can work directly in the view. Now when we use this camera here, we need to rotate the axis here if we want to be in this position. Otherwise, when you use a camera target, you will also have a target that you can manipulate. So if I create here, well, let me again move out and let me create another one. And this is going to be target. Okay. So here you have the camera and the target. Target is right there. I can move it, and I will move the camera as well. You can see that the camera is rotating. So these are the two main cameras. And now let's get started with the exterior render. Now in the exterior render, you can use some tools that you find here in the environment. So you can use some environmental tools like the floor, which we already see. You can also use the grass generator if you want to add a nice grass for exteriors. And there you go. Now you need to have an object to apply the grass. So you cannot apply it to this plane because it's too big. You need something smaller to do that. And you can also, of course, drag and drop trees and plants from the asset editor. That's really important. You need to add a lot of details. And then you have these elements here. Now you have the sky, you have the environment, you have the background, foreground, and stage. These are all environmental objects. Now I will show you those. Now this one here is the sky. When you create a sky, it's gonna be totally white. You won't have this sphere, material sphere right here. So it's gonna be like this. And it's totally blank. So if you do a render, it's gonna be like being into a room with into a sphere, a completely white sphere. And then you can add here the HDRI, which is going to give you a nice sky similar to the physical sky that we used before. Now this is the one that we used when we talked about the exterior lighting, and of course you can use it right here as well. And remember that you have a lot of sky presets, and you also have weather presets that you can use. You can use the atmosphere, clouds, volumetric clouds, fog, rainbow, and so on. So just remember that you can also use this, but in this video I'm going to show you another type of sky, which is this one here. Now this one is going to be in the environment, the other one is in the lights, physical sky. Before we get into that, I want to show you the others because they are simpler. For example, this is the environment, which is essentially, you can see here a fog that you can use and an environmental color that you can use. And then you have a strength here. And you can change the color of the fog, the strength of the fog as well. And you can say if you want to affect the background or not. And then you have the distance. Distance also, it's pretty important because it's going to define where the fog is going to start. And so the closer it will get, the less you will see, just like in reality. And then you can play around with this and create many effects. You can see already here, but always remember to render. Now, I'm not gonna render every time, but just remember to do the tests of these different effects that we are using. So environment, can be like overwhelming because it can hide everything in the background, but you can deactivate also the effect background if you still want to see that. The background. So when you will create the background, it's going to look like this. It's going to be empty. So what you need to do is to place an image inside. Now I'm just going to show you here a simple image. So I will click that and drag it directly into the background element, just right on